Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to open up 3 packs of Cons of Tarkir. We're going to start with this one with the War Name Aspirant on the front. Okay. So we're starting off with a Taigam Scheming, Barrage of Boulders, Sage Eye Harrier, Debilitating Injury, Force Away, Windscarred Crag, Bring Low, Snowhorn Rider, Siegecraft. Our first uncommon is a Jeskai Charm. Our next uncommon is a Jeskai Elder. Final uncommon is an Heir of the Wilds. And our rare is Avalanche Tusker. So 2 green, blue, red. It's a 6/4 Elephant Warrior. Whenever Avalanche Tusker attacks, target creature defending player controls blocks it this combat if able. Cool. It looks like we have a foil. We have a foil Tomb of the Spirit Dragon. So it's an uncommon land. You can tap it to add 1 to your mana pool, or you can spend 2 and tap it and gain 1 life for each colorless creature you control. Not sure if that's really going to see any play. My guess is that I doubt it. We have a forest, and we have a tip card. Cool. So going through this pack, if I go back and rearrange them, it's drafting season. I'm going to start drafting. I went to a draft on Friday night, O2'd with a deck that I felt was really, really good, but my opponents just had... Well, I got beat by Doom Blast and Barrage of Boulders. That's why it's hard to see that. So if I was going through this, I think I may possibly start a new video series called Pack 1, Pick 1, where I'm just going through and detailing which card I would take as a pick, first pick, or possibly just go through and highlight some of the more desirable cards. So if we were drafting this, we would take the tip card and the land card out, and we'd be left with Taigam Scheming and some of the other cards. So what I'll do here is take out some of the cards that I don't think are first pick materials. So we get rid of Taigam Scheming. Barrage of Boulders is good, especially if you have an opponent with lots of 1 toughness creatures. Unfortunately, I did. Other than that, certainly not pick 1. Sage Eye Harrier, it's a creature, it's a 1/5 flyer, but other than that, nothing. Debilitating Injury is a possibility. There's a lot of low toughness creatures, a lot of high toughness, but a lot of low toughness, and Debilitating Injury gets rid of morph creatures. I don't think this is pick 1-able. This is what we want for our pick 1, but it's certainly a good card, so I'm going to throw it there. Force Away, again, it's a very good card. I'm not sure if you would want to pick 1 it, but we'll throw it there. Windscarred Crag, it's a decent land, but it's not pick 1 material. Obviously, you don't want to spend your first pick on a land. Bring Low is 4 mana. It deals 3 damage to target creature. If that creature has a +1/+1 counter on it, Bring Low deals 5 damage to it instead. This is a very good card, especially when you're playing against any of the Obzin creatures that have +1/+1 counters on them. They can get very big very quickly. It's a good card, I think, but it's not what you want to do with your first pick. Snowhorn Rider kind of throws you into the Tamer colors, and you may find that that's not where you want to be. So while this is a decent creature, it's pretty expensive. It's 6 mana, but it does have morph. I don't think this is where you want to be with your first pick either. Siegecraft is definitely not a first pick. Jeskai Charm. Jeskai's Charm is relatively powerful. You can put a creature on top of its owner's library, or deal 4 damage directly to an opponent, or all creatures you control get +1/+1 and lifelink until end of turn. It's a very powerful card. I don't think you'd want to pick 1 it, simply because, again, it puts you in those colors. Jeskai Elder, that leaves us with Jeskai Elder, Heir of the Wilds, Avalanche Tusker, and a foil Tomb of the Spirit Dragon. While it's a foil, you don't want the Spirit Dragon. The Tomb of the Spirit Dragon, I don't think. Which whittles it down to these 3 cards: the Jeskai Elder, the Heir of the Wilds, and the Avalanche Tusker. I think the Avalanche Tusker, again, throws you in the Tamer colors, and while it's a very good creature, I'm not sure if I'd want to pick 1 that. it's kind of up in the air. It's a very tough call because if you don't take it, someone else probably will. It just kind of depends on how early the gold cards go, and that leaves for pick one for this pack is Heir of the Wilds and a Jeskai Elder. So they're both 2-mana creatures. Jeskai Elder is very good. Whenever it deals combat damage, you can draw a card and then discard a card that you don't necessarily need, which is very, very valuable. Heir of the Wilds, on the other hand, is a 2/2 with Death Touch, and it can, that Death Touch can be very, very relevant. It has Ferocious. Whenever Heir of the Wilds attacks, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, Heir of the Wilds gets +1/+1 until end of turn. So it's kind of up in the air, depending on what colors you prefer playing. I went the blue route last time. Didn't work out for me. I think that for my pick one, I would probably do Heir of the Wilds. I would err on the side of green because I'm not much of a blue player, but they're both very good cards. But for this first pack, I think I would go, my first pick would be Heir of the Wilds. But a lot of this is all up to speculation. Again, drafting just started, so, it could go either way. So pack one. So for the first pack, I think my pick one would be Heir of the Wilds. And then again, our Avalanche Tusker was our rare, and we had a foil Tomb of the Spirit Dragon. Not that that's really very good, because it's very mediocre. It's always cool getting foils, though. Then we're on to the second pack of this video. Dragon Grip on the cover. And we have a Mardu Warshrieker, Erase, Bitter Revelation, Sagu Archer, Act of Treason, Windscarred Crag, Killshot, Timur Banner, Force Away. Our first uncommon is a Brave the Sands. Our next uncommon is a Roar of Challenge. Final uncommon is a Water Whirl. And our rare is Master of Pearls. Master of Pearls is great. It's 1 and a white. It's 2/2. Has more for 3 double white. When Master of Pearls is turned face up, creatures you control get +2/+2 until end of turn. Very cool card. We have a foil Mardu Horde Chief. Another very good card. We have an island. And we have a snake token. Cool. So getting rid of the island and the token, and then throwing these back in their respective order. I may go through these quickly so the video doesn't get too long. Mardu Warshrieker, very good card. Very reasonable if you want to pick one that. Erase, it has its uses, but it's more of a sideboard card than anything else. Don't pick that one first. Bitter Revelation, it can be it's a delve enabler. It also allows you to filter some of the stuff that you want to get. I wouldn't take it as a pick one. Sagu Archer, it's a 5-mana 2/5 with reach, which is not that bad. It has morph for 4 and green. I don't think I would pick this, even though I'm not going to link the packs together because it's hard telling the person to your right or left would have taken a card out. But Sagu Archer, I don't think this would be my first pick. Act of Treason, I like a lot, especially with the big fat creatures your opponent may have, but I don't think that's a first pick card. Again, using your first pick on a land is not a good idea. Killshot. Killshot is very good, and this is a card that I would consider first picking. The banners, in my experience, while they're nice for mana fixing, I just found that more often than not, I would rather do something else with my turn 3 than play a banner that doesn't have any immediate effect. So I certainly wouldn't take that as my first pick. Force Away, we've covered that one previously. A powerful card, powerful spell. I don't think I would first pick it. Brave the Sands. This kind of depends on how good this card ends up being. It's hard telling. Like being able to take a small creature and then block additional stuff. Like that seems really, really good. A lot of people poo-poo this card. I'm not sure. I would carry some consideration, at least until I know how well it's going to play out. Roar of Challenge. All creatures able to block target creature this turn do so, and that creature gains indestructible until end of turn if you control a creature with power 4 or greater. This is a possible this is a powerful card, but I don't think I would use my first pick on it. Water Whirl, it's 6 mana, return 2 target creatures to their owner's hands. A powerful card. I don't think I would use that as my first pick. Master of Pearls, as we've gone through it, I think Master of Pearls probably would be my first pick. Mardu Horde Chief, a powerful card, but I think in the end, Master of Pearls is just a really good card. It has a major upside. My god, if you can somehow manage to get enough mana to flip Master of Pearls and cast like a Trumpet Blast on one turn, all of your creatures are getting, +4, +2. That's pretty good. So, yeah, for this second pack, I definitely think Master of Pearls would be my first pick. Cool. And then we're on to our third pack with the Warname Aspirant on the cover. Okay, so we have Tigum Scheming, Barrage of Boulders, Sage-Eye Harrier, Crippling Chill, Archer's Parapet, Jungle Hollow, Unyielding Krumar, Mardu Banner, Highland Game. Our first uncommon is a Timur Charm. Our next uncommon is a Dragon's Eye Savants. Our third uncommon is a Dead Drop. And our rare is Dig Through Time. Dig Through Time is 6 double blue, so 8 total. It's an instant with Delve. Look at the top 7 cards of your library, put 2 of them into your hand, and the rest in the bottom of your library in any order. Pretty powerful card. I think we have a foil behind this, and that is a foil Mystic Monastery. Foil Triland. All 3 packs had a foil. That's pretty cool. We have a Plains, and we have a tip card. So we just discarded the Plains and the tip card. We're going to go through the cards again. Tigum Scheming, an interesting card. It allows you to dig and filter, and it helps... put any number of them in your graveyard. It helps you enable Delve a little bit because it throws some cards in the graveyard, but definitely wouldn't be my pick one. Barrage of Boulders, it messed me up in a pre-release, or in a draft, release draft, but it's situational at best, and more of a sideboard card than a main board card, I think. Sage-Eye Harrier, again, it's a flyer. It has morph, but a flyer with 1 toughness, or 1 power is kind of It's got 5 toughness, so it can certainly block some stuff, but that's not what I want to be spending my first pick on. Crippling Chill is 2 and a blue. It's an instant, tap target creature. It doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Draw a card. It's pretty cool. It offers a very relevant effect, and it replaces itself. That's a possibility. Archer's Parapet is 1 and a green with Defender, and you can spend 1 and a black and tap it, and each opponent loses 1 life. It's a 0/5. It's actually possible. My opponent used this card along with a Kintree Invocation and wrecked my face because he would play Archer's Parapet on turn 2 and then a Kintree Invocation on turn 3, and he had a 5/5. That's very hard to deal with. So Archer's Parapet, depending on what else there was, that's a possibility. Jungle Hollow, not taking a land as my first pick. Unyielding Krumar is 3 and a black. It's a 3/3. For 1 and a white, you can give it first strike until end of turn. It's not a bad card, but it's never done that much for me. I'm going to throw it in the maybe pile. Not taking a banner as a first pick. Highland Game is a 2/1. When it dies, you gain 2 life. I mean, it's a decent creature if you need creatures, but we're going pick 1. Pack 1, pick 1, so I'm going to say no to that. The Timur Charm, again, it puts you in the Timur colors. If you don't mind that, maybe. I'm not so sure I would want to do it. Dragon's Eye Savants is 2 and a blue, a 0/6. You can morph it by revealing a blue card. And when you do, you get to look at your opponent's hand. This is a pretty good card, although it didn't do much for me because my opponent was able to very easily generate creatures with more than 6 toughness. I took this thinking, wow, a 0/6, that's going to be really hard to get through. It wasn't very hard for my opponents to get through that at all. It was kind of unfortunate, but it's still a good card. I think I just faced a couple tough decks. Dead drop is 10 mana. It still has Delve. It's a sorcery. You know, you can force your opponent to sack 2 creatures. It's a powerful card. I don't think I would take it as my first pick. And Dig Through Time is our rare. I mean, it's kind of up in the air. Again, it's very expensive. It does have Delve, and it helps. Well, this one doesn't really enable Delve because you're taking the cards and putting them on the bottom of your library. Either way, I don't think I would take this as my first pick. And it's a land for our foil, and I don't think you should be taking lands as your first pick. So for this third pack, our first pick, at least my first picks, would either be Dragon's Eye Savants, Unyielding Krumar, Archer's Parapet, or Crippling Chill. Faced with this, I think for my pick 1, well, I usually like to just take the most powerful spell. I also like to take a creature, if possible. So I think mine would be Archer's Parapet or Dragon's Eye Savant. I'm not much of a blue player. I would rather go towards green, but I think my first pick would be the Dragon's Eye Savants. It's got a big butt to get through. You know, it's 6 toughness. It's a decent 2-drop, and just by morphing it, which all you got to do is reveal a blue card in your hand, so the morph is practically free. You get to look at your opponent's entire hand, which is very, very powerful. So that's it for pack 3. So for pack 3, I would say my first pick would be the Dragon's Eye Savants. Cool. Alright, so get the rares back in here. Let's not worry about it. Let's just leave off with the Master of Pearls. That's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Again, I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing a pack 1 pick 1 series or what, or if I'm going to continue doing this, but I got a lot more videos to come, so there's plenty of content. That's it for now. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you again next time.